Wow, wow, wow. A life without BlackBerry.
Yeah, yeah,
It's possible.
yes, most definitely, most definitely.
All right.
I don't know at this present time. It's not. It will be very difficult
Yeah,
because
yeah.
things have changed quite a bit. But in those days, there was not even a cell phone. There was a cell phone, but a big thing looked like a block, like a car battery. You would walk with that, and just carrying that alone.
It's heavy.
Yes, you needed special equipment to carry that.
Wow. Okay. Now, throughout your career, Mr. Henson, is there any big thing that you look back and say, "Wow, I overcome it"?
Um, Look, yes, my career has taught me a lot. It has changed me as a person. It has made me see things in many different lights. You get in contact with many different people of many different cultures, and you get to understand how they think and the way they do things. And we have our way of doing things, and they do their things in their way. I must say, though, that in the police department, if you work too long in one department, it becomes, I don't know if you call it boring, but it's stressful. It becomes more and more stressful. I have worked 20 years in the detective division, and I think that's way too much. It's way too much. And but nevertheless, it was a very good experience for me. I am not in that division now, but I still have the skills to go with the department. And I can say this, my knowledge I have of detective work, I am willing to pass it on to the youngsters.
To youngsters. All right, and we understand that you also had a major injury during your career, right?
Yes, I had a very bad accident where I injured my leg, and I almost lost the knee part of the leg. But the perseverance, I insisted. I had to give up some things in my life to get back that full functioning of my knee.
Mm-hmm.
I almost lost it. I do a lot of exercise. I do a lot of riding to keep it in condition. Even the doctor thinks that it's a remarkable job that I did to get it back.
Back functioning.
In the way it's functioning. So I'm thankful most of all to God, who has given me the inspiration and the strength and the health to really go back and then work towards getting my leg back together again.
All right, now let's talk police department now. Country St. Martin, we are Country St. Martin now.
Mm-hmm.
Police Corps of St. Martin now. No more Curacao, no more Bonaire, no more Seaman, no more Netherlands Antilles. St. Martin for St. Martin.
That's correct.
How is it going?
Okay, to be honest, our police force is a very young police force. You know, as of 10, St. Martin became a country within the kingdom, and the police force was just born. It has just born on October 10th. And we at the present time are busy in a process of setting up a whole new police force. And you know, that's a tremendous job.
Oh,
The Minister of Justice is doing his best. Our police department, of course, with our new chief, Mr. DeWitter, our commissioner, Mr. Kyle John, myself and others, we are working very hard with recruitment, trying to build a new police force. We want to build a police force, like it was called it, a 5-star police force for St. Martin, because the people of St. Martin deserve that type of police force.
Yeah, and besides that, you have 5-star criminals. So
well,
you need
that comes along with it.
Yeah.
But if you have a 5-star police force, you'll be able to deal with the 5-star criminals.
Exactly.
And so we will deal with it as that comes. But recruitment at this present time, as you know, there's a major recruitment going on all across the board in Justice Department. The police department are in the process on a yearly basis to improve the quality, to improve the amount of increase in staff, to do the proper training. I mean, training not only at the recruitment level, but also in the level of those that are already functioning. So coming to give better service to the people that come in to the department asking for police assistance. So we are working real hard to get the police department up to par so that The St. Martin people can be proud of the police department that we have here. And you know, we are under the microscope right now, but you see, before you can walk, you have to crawl. And we are in the crawling stage, and soon we'll be walking, we'll get up. We have been down before, and we got up.
Mhm.
We got down again, we'll get up again. So we will have it up and running the way it's supposed to be.
Now, for those, for people out there to understand, the Minister of Justice has a particular group of officers. I think it's BAPOL.
Yes.
That they
Just extraordinary
police officers,
yeah.
and also the police department has some recruits.
Yes.
So, can you explain people the difference?
Okay, it's not that difficult to understand. The ones the recruits that the police department has now, these are a group of recruits that was chosen by the police department to become full-fledged police officers. And the ones that are presently going to the training that has gone through the Ministry of Justice, the Justice Department, the Ministry of Justice, is a BAFPOL training. That's for extraordinary police officers. That's a basic police training. You understand? And when you do that basic police training, he on turn would be able to say, well, okay, you have gone through the training, we need people in this department or in such a department. Are you willing to work here? You fit the qualities to work in that department. So he is looking for extraordinary police officers that he can fill certain areas that need that type of people with that type of training.
Okay, so then does the police department have any recruits in that program also?
Yes, we do. We do. In that program, we have about 34 officers that we have recruited to do that type of training.
Okay.
These officers that we've had would undergo, besides this training, an extra training, say for instance for taking care of the prisoners.
Okay.
Some for transporting prisoners, for taking care of the prisoners. Some that we call intake. Intake would be those officers that are taking complaints from people that come to file complaints at the police department, and it doesn't take up extra time from the detective to take a complaint and then still to go investigate. So these people, these officers will take the complaints, file the reports, make them official, and send them on to the detectives who will then do the investigation.
Okay, because that was a major gap that was missing.
Yes.
For
Now
years.
that it takes up so much time from the investigating detectives, because he too has to take the complaint. But if the complaint is already set and in order with all the necessary information in it, he can then start his investigation.
And what role does the VKS play with the police right now?
Okay, right now, I must say the VKS has played a tremendous role with the police department, because they have assisted us tremendously all across the board. And that is why some of those officers that are in the VKS right now that don't have this BAFPOL training have been put into the BAFPOL training to get this basic police training and have that as part of their cargo, so they will be able to improve as they go along.
Oh, okay.
You understand?
So, and the recruits from the police department, they are presently still undergoing the training?
Very much so. They have been going to the trainings. They have been doing self-defense training. They have been doing swimming. They have been doing Dutch classes. They have been doing marching and so forth. They have been in courses how to communicate with people, what level to communicate, how they should communicate with people, and that came from the Toastmasters. That was a great program for them. And within short, hopefully next week or hopefully this week coming, the recruits will be traveling to Curacao. We'll be again undergoing a part of the training. I believe it's for 8 to 10 weeks or something like that, but they will be in Curacao for a while.
Okay. Now, moving on to crime in general, it's grown significantly. I mean, how does the police deal with it, especially with the busy season coming very soon?
Okay. Crime in St. Martin, crime all over the world has risen, and St. Martin is no exception. It has risen It has risen definitely, but we speak of it as if it's to the extent where it's so alarming. It is bad in comparison with a couple of years or a few years ago. It is bad in comparison with that. Nevertheless, many of the crimes that have been committed here, that are committed, or the serious crimes that are committed, such as murders and so on, are committed not by just individuals having a dispute. Many of them would be people that have, for whatever reasons, have their rivalry against each other.
Yeah.
It's a group or a group of persons that have rivalry for whatever reasons against each other. It's not just individuals meeting and having a problem and then such an incident take place. Killing, somebody's life get taken, or he's beaten or he's shot. It's something that ongoing feuds between people in the past. But in generally, the crime situation in St. Martin is bad. It's being handled to the best of the police's ability. But crime, or the situation, crime is not only a police problem, it's everybody's problem. It's the whole community of St. Martin's problem. And everybody has to contribute to having that minimized. Everybody has to partake in it. So I have to watch your house when you're not home, and you can watch mine when I'm not there.
Yep.
You understand?
Yep.
That's simple. That's the basic. You watch my house, I'll watch you. So I have your back, you have mine. And if you see something that you see, well, this is too much, I have to report it to the police department, please do. If you don't see immediate results, at least we have knowledge of it. That we know, well, okay, we have been receiving reports to whatever criminal activity that is taking place, that we know that is going on, that we know where to focus our men and where to focus our work on. So people have to contribute towards this to helping the situation.
All right, well said. Now, Mr. Henson, what is next for you? I mean, you've been in the police spokesman department, the public relations office for some time. Do we get some more time for you there? What you have your eyes set on?
Okay, I don't have to be honest, I don't really have my eyes set on anything specific right now. As I told you earlier in the program, I am here. I have a few more years that I am willing to work with the police department and pass on the knowledge that I have in the police area to the younger folks that are coming up, because it's much more difficult now for the younger folks than it was in the past.
Yeah.
So the little knowledge that I have, I can definitely pass it on to them, and they would have to be able, hoping that they would take that knowledge and experience that I have, and they could put it to use. I've been there a long time, and I have this knowledge. I don't want to just go home on pension and take it along with me.
Take it along with you.
I'll give it to them, and I'm willing to do that.
All right, and Mr. Henson, I want you to watch the camera, and I want you to tell me, what do you say to all Ricardo Henson critics?
Oh, well, okay. I would say this. My name is Ricardo Henson. Those that know me, know what I stand for and what I'm here doing and what I'm really doing. Those that don't know me, I wouldn't want you to judge me, because it is good for you to know who I am. I'm a straightforward person, and I'm looking forward to working for you and being there with you in the community. I'm looking forward especially for the youngsters of this community, to not necessarily look at me, but look at those people that have contributed to this community and do something positive in your life. Don't blame everyone else for your shortcomings. You get up and hop on the bus, like they say, and try to move on in life.
Thank you so much for coming on the show.
No problem whatsoever. Thank you, Mr. Dick.
All right, we'll take a quick commercial break. You heard it from Mr. Henson himself. Okay, and to